Coming up next on Teardown, I've got a 1972 CB750 K2. The frame number is CB750-2001-1281. Makes it a 72. I bought this one as a parts bike. I have no title for it. A little bit of a story with this one. This is truly a barn find. I've had it for about a year or so. The gentleman that I got it from the original owner who was riding this back in the 70s. You can see it's got some extended forks on the front. I'm guessing there's 6 or 8 over somewhere in there, maybe even 10. Well, the previous owner, the original owner, didn't put a raked set of triple clamps or do anything else. So I imagine this bike handled really, really bad. Well, he was riding this bike back in the 70s, and the story has it that he went around a turn and a car had blown the radiator and there was coolant all over the road, and he went down. And when he did, he parked this thing in his shed, and it sat there until, well, 2012 would be the year I bought it, so it sat in that shed for many, many years. We're going to have a little look at the damages to it. I haven't made any attempt to start it. It does turn over. I really won't know what the inside of the engine looks like, obviously, until I tear it apart. I believe that's going to be the HM341 exhaust. Yep, you can see it written on there. Don't have the side covers for it. The original seat's in pretty darn good shape. I'd say above average. I love the sunburst orange color. It does, however, have a little, I don't even know what it is, just it's not a dent. Some kind of little flaw in the paint there. There is a little bit of pitting on the extended fork tubes up high. I might be able to polish some of that out. There's some severe pitting on the rim. Trying to catch a little sun here on a winter day. But boy, I'll tell you, that rotor has absolutely no wear to it. I mean none. I'm thinking this is a really low mile bike. However, we'll never know the true exact mileage because the speedometer was broken off in the crash. Thank goodness for the engine guard. It took a pretty good slide there. I'd guess 40-45 miles an hour. Turn signal is rashed and broken. Front fender does have a little bit of rash there on the tip from the crash, but it did protect the engine. Lever end's got a little bit, and I believe the unicorn looks to be in good shape. I don't see any damage to that. The tachometer has a little bit of checking to the face. A little bit of rust on the chrome here and there. I haven't cleaned this up whatsoever. Still got cobwebs and dust from the barn. So some of this stuff will polish up. Foot peg suffered some rash. The #1 exhaust pipe has some rash. The rear turn signal has some rash. Other than that, I don't see any damages. Yeah, it does have a little tiny bit on that stator cover down there. So this is probably a real good lesson to anybody that wants to put some 8-inch over forks on a CB750 or any other bike without changing the rake. You know, a lot of engineering went into this from the factory. And when you re-engineer something without really knowing what you're doing, bad things can happen. Do some research. Turn signal, or excuse me, the tail light's obviously broken. Got a few cobwebs in the pipes there. That bumper unfortunately has a little scuff up there. I'm not sure how the heck that happened. It's on the opposite side of the crash. Beautiful bike back in the day with that sunburst orange. It's not one of the more common colors, I guess. I don't see a lot of them. (1972) K2. All the buttons work good. It doesn't have the I've had some other K2s that had the button for a second button for the buzzer on the indicators. It doesn't have that option. The starter button is broken. The headlight switch button is, the plastic part's missing. It does still go on and off. There'll be some good donor parts in that one at least. (1972) K2 untitled parts bike. Been sitting in the barn for 40 years. Thanks for watching.